respect each other's mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings.
We've been journeying in the wrong direction this whole time. We've been journeying outside of ourselves. Why?
Wright Is, talk to him.
It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Maybe this is the year right here. Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you. We gotta do better collectively, you know? Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you. We gotta do better collectively, you know? Energy. The first stage is realizing that you are. That's the first step.
Awesome.
Confront yourself.
Awesome. Energy.
Realizing
Go
that you
within.
are.
Something inside you.
Energy. It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They can't put negative notions on us. Think about it. Great things is happening, whether they want to believe it or not. Maybe this is the year right here. This is the year for it right here. Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside. We gotta do better collectively, you know? Go within. There's something inside.
We had it, you know, but just like all black families,
one's image of oneself should be greater than reality. Don't let nobody tell you that
put it
you
back together,
ain't great because you are.
Wright Is.
Energy.
talk to them. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Listen, in order for us to bring you what we're going to bring you today, which is truth, we have to go back. We have to take a pass. We have to take a look back at the past and our, how we approached this situation previously back in January. What made us so hot on YouTube? Why did the whole Jaguar sector feel like they needed to lie about us, right? First King World and them was rooting for us, like, oh yeah, Ralph the Wise is exposing a lot of stuff all of a sudden. And then when some new players came in, what they do? They were all over there lying. He had Jaguar on his panel the other day. They're best friends. Wolf got his page back and they're best friends and they're hanging out and da-da-da-da-da, right? So we really have to go back and look. We watched all these different characters that came out the woodworks, from Big Homie CC talking about, oh, that guy, who's that Ralph the Wise guy, so on and so forth, that was on the Knots panel, right? And we pointed out so many facts, so many merits. And a lot of y'all I don't know if y'all like this repetitive thing that's going on over here on YouTube, but let's just, when I get into it, then you'll see what I'm talking about. Then you'll be like, damn, he's right. You guys are trapped in a loop, if you would say. You guys are trapped in a loop. And maybe that's the Jaguar Wright effect. Maybe that's the effect that they got you trapped in. But let's go back to Goomba. Let's take a listen.
Just get upset and then find a reason to run out of the room and go smoke a cigarette. Then yeah, we're never gonna.
Now, this is Goomba, her third husband, second husband, third cousin, whatever it is. This is her recording somebody in her life to make content and put it out there. How are you going to tell somebody, I don't see why you have to smoke at all? And then say, you want one of my cigarettes? What?
a much bigger problem. Because I'm gonna tell you what, every time that little voice creeps up in my head, get out now before it gets real bad.
Now, first off, when somebody tells you that right there, you got to get away from them. If somebody say they got a voice creeping up in their head telling them to get out, oh yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone. Every time that little voice creeps up in my head telling me to get out.
Every time that voice pops up in my head, and it pops up more and more often now. You know, a couple weeks ago, I would only hear it maybe once or twice. But lately,
a couple weeks ago, I would only hear it once or twice. But lately, I've been hearing it a lot. What? That means you ain't taking your medicine.
Especially ever since I got back from Canada. Because I really expected our relationship to be a whole lot different after I got back home. Shit, me too.
See? Now, I want y'all to think about this. What year was this? She said, especially when I got back from Canada. You were in Canada? Canada? Where all see, and as of recent, other people, have been, putting out information about how these disinformationers on YouTube, how they are manipulating, and putting out false information about people, character assassination, so on and so forth, right? We've been said this. We've been said that these people were plants and they were put out here. And Jaguar Wright said it herself. She said, oh, they didn't think it could be done. They didn't think I can do it, right? But no, they literally got out here on social media and still made us fall for the cloak and the dagger. We were really searching for knowledge. We were really talking when it came to conspiracy theories and stuff, right? We were talking about round earth, flat earth. We was talking about the magnetosphere. We was talking about so much different stuff, Zachariah Stitchens, Earth Chronicles. We was talking about so much different stuff. And I'm not just talking about over on YouTube. I'm talking about the whole entire of conspiracy theory, social media, whatever you want to call this, right? This experience that we're having, right? And we were talking about so much stuff, right? And then somehow people started implementing a bot system. People started focusing on numbers. People started focusing on money, right? And they lost their moral compass. They lost their dignity. They lost all of that. Why? Because they became storytellers. And once they realized the currency that was coming in from these false stories or allegations, whatever they were doing, they started making up more of them and more of them. Big homie CC out here talking about he ran into Baal, one of the 72 demons of the, one of the 72 demons of the solar man, the head of the demons that was spoke about. He said he ran into that person, but he's sitting in his mama's house in the living room snorting, right? And he said he ran into one of the 72 demons of the soul of mankind. This is how you know these are characters. All these people are characters out here. But see, you get captivated by the story. So they keep telling the story. You're not getting captivated by the truth because the truth comes to an end. Once you know the truth, you know the truth. There's no sense to keep on going over the truth, but they can keep on going over this stuff. And before you even get to the conclusion of one thing, they done gave you something else to look at. Before you get to the conclusion of that, they're going to jump to something else to look at, right? So we really have to be cautious. And just to show that this is coming from my page. This is not coming from nobody else's page. We are looking back at my page, right? We're looking back at my page. We don't have to, put copyrights up because this is my page that we're looking back at. Lives that I posted on my page. This is back in January. This one right here is 7 months ago. 7 months ago, we pointed this out. Listen. That's why he's saying you didn't come home. I thought we was working on our relationship, but you didn't come home, right? Because she stayed out all night with a girl and then come home and say that they got that their sex life ain't what she wanted to be. Well, obviously not. I don't gotta put pussy like Wolf Coochie.
Okay.
You don't want Goomba, you want Dussy.
Home as soon as I could.
Okay.
You act like I didn't come home on purpose.
No, this is an old argument with
That's
Goomba.
what you act like. Like I intentionally got thrown off the plane.
No fucking cigarettes.
Goomba, that's Goomba talking.
You know what? See?
I'm listening. I'm listening to you. But I just haven't just looked at that shit and it got to me.
What got to you?
I don't have a cigarette. So therefore, I'm gonna have to try to punch some or go buy some. Shit.
Here. JDS. Close, but it's not my last.
Threaten her. Now, this is what I want to point out. We've been pointing all of this out over here in the Jaguar sector already. We've been pointing all of this stuff out already, right? We've been pointing this out already, right? So when you have situations like this, and this is where awareness comes in. This is where what they say, you know, when you're giving awareness to certain situations, we've been giving awareness to basically online stalking, how she sets up all these different scenarios with people, right? The Goomba situation, her mom's situation, you know, her son's situation, TJ situation. She uses all of these people she gets to know or whatever. She uses them and then she exploits them. Even going back to one meeting with Jay-Z, right? You met Jay-Z one time because you had to fill in for someone who couldn't make it to a show, so on and so forth. So you filled in, and then all of a sudden you got this elaborate story about a lot of the elites overlooked it. Brian McKnight can no longer overlook it, so on and so forth. So however you look at this, this is a game that she played throughout the years, right? And now she's a storyteller, but everybody's not looking at the truth of what she's saying. Where's these, 100 victims that she's working with? Nobody's asking about that. Where's these kids that she says she helped? Nobody's asking about that, right? Even the fact that she says she know where all Jay-Z's illegitimate kids are at, that's fucking far-fetched and asinine and redundant. But people latched on to this shit. But let's keep listening. When you sending people to TJ's house to threaten her, this is real bullying. See, Jaguar, what you fail to realize is everybody that you done bullied been sending me multiple messages on Instagram, on my phone, on TikTok. I got messages from Essie Berry about you bullying her. I got messages from TJ about you bullying her. So I'm begging y'all, please send the FBI my way. Send the FBI director my way. I need to show them all this stuff that's in my phone. All this stuff that you trying to say I'm bullying you because I'm pointing out all the stuff that you doing. Let's not forget you call my mom a prostitute, a drug addict, or a card thief. Right? Y'all sat there and talked about my mom, said F my kids, told me that you was going to get my kids taken away from me, but now you want to try to make it seem like I'm bullying you? Fuck out of here.
Not to believe that, yes, no, I did not. And Jack, when they offered me money to do a whole bunch of fuck shit to you, Jack, I did not even
Really? What did they offer you money to do?
Oh my God. You know what?
I ain't never gonna forget about the bike, Sandra. I ain't never gonna forget about the bike. I just didn't want to bring it up because now I want y'all to hear this, right? I want y'all to hear this. And for the people that's in the Jaguar Wright sector who has had people reach out to them and try to tell them like, hey, if you come against this creator, we'll pay you, so on and so forth, right? We'll make your page hot, we'll build your page for you, so on and so forth, right? They're showing you the repetitive storyline of what they're doing. Look at Ronnie Bo. Ronnie Bo said he had people calling his phone, pretending to be detectives and all this other stuff, right? Had him in scared, telling him that they was watching him go to the liquor store and do all of this other stuff, right? He said he had people, playing on his phone, right? Then you got the email situation. So you got people playing through emails, right? Remember all those emails that was sent out pretending to be Busby, that they sent out to Cheryl, that they sent out to Denat. Y'all remember those emails that they was, trying to get me involved in conversating about? Y'all remember? Oh, look, we got this email right here. It says that, Ronnie Bo was the, person who sent this girl to say this about Jay-Z, right? Why would they send out an email, claiming to be this person and that person, saying that Ronnie Bo was the person behind the whole alleged, lady situation? That means somebody else was trying to cover their ass, right? And who's in the middle and the muck of all of this? Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. Right? Everything that you guys have been seeing within the last couple of years, right? From the drag out of the Diddy thing, all the way to the trial, all the way to the muckery of the trial, all the way to everything that you heard, you did not hear in the trial. All the stuff that you heard, it didn't come up in the trial, right? None of the truth was revealed, right? But here you have people saying that they're taking credit for truths that never was revealed. They were just thrown out there. All these different stories was just thrown out there. Big homie Cece talking about Beyonce and how she has this person with her that comes into the room to make sure all the curtains are closed and put incense and stuff in the air and so on and so forth, right? Saying that he worked with Jay-Z, right? None of this stuff really was revealed. But these people gained so much clout, so much internet clout. They're content creators. This was creative content. Now, on a world scale, this was an experiment, a social experiment, right? To show that people's minds was not ready. You're not really ready for the truth. Cat Williams came out and gave y'all certain said pieces of information and y'all still didn't journey for the knowledge. He said our DNA was infused with demonic or demons, right? Y'all still didn't go search for the knowledge. They said that the sun is affecting our body with these solar flares and so on and so forth and awakening different parts of the DNA, and y'all still didn't search for the knowledge. They said certain people and certain strands of your DNA would awaken around this time, and y'all still didn't search for the knowledge. No said point in none of this information that was pointing out did y'all search for the knowledge. When they looked into the emerald tablets and they said, man, how did they know so much about the body at that time, so on and so forth, y'all still didn't search for the knowledge. When we were over here putting it out, talking about the different variations of chakra systems that make up the body and make up the temple of the body, so on and so forth, no one talked about that over here. Y'all all try to point out frivolous or dumb shit, right? Oh, look at his teeth. Look at his teeth. What do my teeth got to do with my mind, right? With the knowledge and the wisdom that I put out there, right? And then y'all try to steal that said knowledge and wisdom. You had people like the Knot walking around talking about some, yes, I feel like a highly spiritual being that's outside of myself, looking at myself, do the things that I'm doing, and I'm manifesting this, and so on and so forth. You got people like Ray J talking about some, I'm a manifest sapien, right? But y'all still don't have the knowledge. How can you claim to be all the things that you claim to be, but still don't have the knowledge that the universe give you in order to be what it is that you say that you are? See, a lot of people don't even understand what I just said, right? because that's why they had these storylines. They knew that a wave took place within the minds of the multitude, and they had these different storylines that they were running with. The storylines was, oh, you know, Christ-like. Look at NLE Chopper right now, right? NLE Chopper right now going through that same thing, but he's sitting down with bigger people, right? And he's like, oh, if Christ is our brother, so on and so forth, and he led us to the Father, he's our brother, so he's one of us, he shouldn't be praised. We got them praising the Son and not praising the Father, and that's the main problem with what's going on, blah, blah, blah. You see the conversation that's taking place. Why? Because it's a energy, it's a frequency that takes place within the minds of the multitude. You can't stop what's taking place. It's going to keep happening within a multitude of different people until we give the knowledge back, until we put the knowledge back in the minds of the multitude. This is what's going to keep on happening. That's why they're having Christ-like experiences. They're having Christ-like episodes. That's why it's called a crisis, right? All of you guys are going to have to bear your cross right now, because we're in that time, the time that the Bible talked about. Go reread the book of Revelations or something. I don't know what to tell you, but you're all going to experience it, right? One thing for sure, two things for certain. Jaguar Wright's son said that Jaguar is standing at the face of Leviathan. Leviathan is considered to be a, serpent. That mouth opens up to the gates of hell, right? And Jaguar comes out and say, oh, that's because, they threatened him and all this other stuff. That's why he said this stuff. They thought that she was going to do that. They got offices full of people that when say somebody put something out there, right? Everybody else just go and resend it, right? You wondering why people accounts are jumping the way they're jumping? Ray J got a whole network of people that's working around him. He try to act like he don't, but what do you think he used that Boys and Girls Club for, or the Gagency? Why? What do you think he used that for? Why do you think you see so many of these particular type of people taking over the internet? Why do you think you see that? Huh? Come on, we need y'all to open y'all eyes. We have nothing against nobody over here. We don't care how you live your life, but how you shape the future is a factor to the youth. And we're reshaping this future in the ideal image of something that is going to be diabolical. But I'm here for it because I'm just an observer. I'm just having a human experience. We all just sharing this human experience anyway. So however the direction of the human experience goes, hey, that's not for me to decide. That's a different anger. I would have thought it would have triggered something. I didn't want to bring up the bite. But now that you brought up the bite, now I feel like
trolling looks like when it goes wrong.
Look at her. Look at her showing Shaquita. This is Shaquita Berry. This is Jaguar Wright showing Shaquita Berry. Someone who unalive, right? This person's no longer here. She don't even respect the people that's no longer here. She got a nerve to start talking about something. Oh, don't this look like Rerun? Oh, don't this look like Essie Berry's husband side of the family? This is the shit that she does. She said this person was trolling her so much that she trolled herself to unaliving. How the fuck was somebody trolling you so much, Jag, that they unalived themselves? How? How, Jag? How did she troll herself? How did she troll you so much? She unalived herself. Something ain't right. And I'm tired of y'all acting like y'all don't see the shit.
This woman just passed away. She was being gang stalked, doxxed. They threatened to cut off her mother's Social Security. She was having chest pains when she was in the middle of a 72-hour stretch trolling.
Now, I want y'all to think about this. They threatened to cut off her mother's Social Security. Jaguar, how do you know all of this? And what is the means of the capability of y'all playing on somebody's life like that? So y'all got people in all different type of apartments that's cutting off people's welfare, that's going around pretending to be DFS workers, that's pretending to be, exterminators. So y'all just got people that's just really working and intervening in people's lives for the entertainment of you guys to talk about it on YouTube. Wow. Wow. Sounds familiar? Sounds like a little farming incident, doesn't it? I mean, I could put 2 and 2 together, or 3 and 3. I mean, shit, I'm pretty good at math. I like it. I like it a lot. How? How do Jaguar Wright know that she was having chest pains from a 72-hour stretch? How do you know? Unless you have her analytics of her computer, unless you was there with her when she was up for the 72 hours, how can you make such a confident statement saying that this person was up for 72 hours, so on and so forth? Make it make sense, Jag. Make it make sense. Was you living with her? Was you up to 72 hours with her? Something ain't right. And I'm tired of y'all not looking at it or pointing it out. Now y'all want to try to make me the bad guy because I'm pointing out all the fucked up shit Jaguar Wright is doing. Well, I'll be the bad guy for this one. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Scamming. And apparently she just gave out. Now, what I'm very interested in is why Essie Berry was so worried about getting to the bottom of this story when it came to all of that fraud and wire transfer with the Sweet Pea Diaries.
Boom. Did you hear that? Another fraud and wire transfer scam. And all of a sudden, Shaquita Berry's gone. Essie Berry's worried about it. Jaguar Wright saying why she's so worried about somebody getting to the bottom of scams and fraudulent schemes. Do y'all not see what's going on? Anyone who points out the fact that Jaguar is performing electronic transactions, fraudulent schemes, she gets them up out the way. I wouldn't be surprised if Jaguar was hands-on with the Shaquita Berry situation.
And the thing is, it just got me to thinking. Essie Berry, Shaquita Berry. Now, Berry is Essie's married name. But this is her born name, apparently. Does she look like Rerun to y'all?
Oh, now she's bringing in Essie Berry's late husband, Rerun. So now she's saying that Shaquita Berry is related to Essie Berry's husband or estranged husband, whatever it's called when they're not here, right? Wow, Jag. Wow.
Does she look like she could possibly have been related to Fred Berry?
Oh,
Could this be a niece of the late Fred Berry?
Wow.
Shaquita Berry?
Okay. I know what you guys thinking. That's one coincidence inside of a bunch, right? But let's really break down the Jaguar Wright sector. Okay? Let's really break down the Jaguar Wright sector, guys. I mean, for real, I think we need a song before we even dig this deep. You know what I mean? One's in the chat if we need a song before we even dig this deep. You know what I'm saying? One's in the chat if we need a song before we even dig this deep. Because you guys remember what happened with Shane, right? And you guys remember how when it came down to certain people answering certain questions, they used certain tactics, right? Remember when it came down to Atwoods and them answering the questions, what did they do? They put the babies on the screen. Remember? Everybody pulled their kid out and had their kid out like they were lovable and so on and so forth. Kind of like what Krishan Rock does every time she gets in trouble, right? And remember, we did speak on the Krishan Rock situation and how the baby needed help. And now you see that the baby is at a certain age, but didn't reach no goals. Man, this shit is deep. Reality is crumbling right before our eyes. There's not a real mother out there. All these people think their kids are props. All these people been using kids for decades, right? I never like you would think like, oh man, women ain't out there doing it. No, the government exists because of this. The trap that they keep on putting, the loophole. You can be in your kid's life and they still will require funds from you based on what the mother did and what assistance that the mother got, right? The world is crumbling and you guys don't see it. We need each other more than ever right now. And no one's really saying what unity is, but everybody wants unity, right? In order to fix the system that's there, we have to fix the system that's there. And that comes with unity. But this is why Trump is able to jump in that plane and take a shit on America. We sold out ourselves. Why shouldn't the higher ups be sellouts? I mean, shit, it's going all the way down to the lowest variety. Look at what's happening on YouTube. We ain't even have a big page before they all decided wham bam boo, we don't like him, right? He can't just come over here and start taking our content. He can't just come over here and start taking our those donations could be coming to us. Ain't that what they said? Think about that. They so thirsty for money. They try to make it look like we was doing it for money or numbers or this or that, right? But then the whole time, this is what they were thirsting on. He can't. That's another person that we got to split the pie with. What pie? What? There's over billions of people on these applications, allegedly, supposedly. What pie are you talking about? Like we all stuck at the same table eating the same piece of pizza. Look at them. Now let's get into this real quick. First it was the Atwoods family. Now
how are we exploiting people that are on the news?
Now, did they mean like the content creators or just what's going on? Because
No,
I think it's two different.
Ask them again. They're basically saying the people we're having on, we're exploiting them, I guess. But there's still people that are part of that whole genre. So again, would you expect us to interview a bunch of white people for the hip hop community or no? We're interviewing the people, the humans.
Now make that make sense. Make that make sense. You want us to interview we want y'all to interview the people that's doing the damn crimes. We want y'all to stick to personalities. Don't try to blame it on a whole group of people. That's where the problem lies. You know what I'm saying? That's where the problem lies. The problem lies in the fact that you are grouping. You are literally sitting there grouping.
I personally think you're exploiting them. No, because at the end of the day, Jag wants to be exploited. She wants to come on your channel because she's benefiting from it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, to not know what to say, what don't we need to say? Because what they're doing is basically abusing children. So any fool can figure out what to ask some of the questions about abusing kids or spousal abuse. None of that has to do with color.
Yeah, but are they really abusing kids?
Well, I mean, they're having sex with them, so maybe not. But I mean,
Did you hear what he said? He said, "Are they really abusing kids?" He said, "Well, they having sex with them, so maybe not." What the fuck is wrong with these people? AT2 said, "Are they really abusing kids?" Shane said, "Well, they're having sex with them, so maybe not." What the fuck? This is the dude that does the picking of the people that's on the Atwood network. He's their engineer or something. No, don't worry. Look. This one right here, this one jumps into all of the things. Like this live right here. This live right. Well, I don't know. He could be going by Michael something, because I remember um when Ronnie Bo talked about him, he said it popped up as Michael something, but he could be going by Michael something, or everybody knows him by Shane. But yeah, Shane. But yeah. So if you listen to this, right, but don't worry, because this one gets good. This one jumps into, this was Maggie back when she was, but this one jumps into their Christmas special, right? This live right here goes back to their Christmas special. It goes back to the things Maggie said, right? So this is a good live right here. This is a review of a pretty good live right here. How you look, they brought the babies out during the beef time, like when Jaguar was supposed to be clearing up the racism, like when Jaguar was supposed to be clearing up the racism thing, right? They brought they brought the beef out. Like, look, the babies came out right here. Remember, right? They brought the babies out. Started doing all of this stuff, answering the questions with the babies out. You remember? You remember all of that, huh? Huh? OG Patrice and them came up over here. You remember? Ronnie Bo was over there. Y'all remember? Come on, talking to Wolf. Come on, y'all remember? I remember. Huh? Got his nephew throwing up gang signs. Come on, y'all remember this shit. Y'all remember this.
What is this? It's based on telling you. I grew up in the black community, a block from the projects, and I had black friends. It's a statement. I
See?
use it to crush anything.
Well, but like, would that, like, can I say that I grew up right down the street from the suburbs, and I hung out with, my YT friends? Like, it would be me justifying my actions in the black community. It would be me justifying being nosy in somebody's household. It would be me justifying, my interference in somebody else's space. That's what that is. It's you justifying that you have the right to this because you grew up around black. You have the right. You don't. You're not you didn't grow up with this color. You didn't have to put in job applications and wonder if you was going to get hired or looked at because of the color of your skin. You didn't have to put in job applications or go to interviews and the person don't want to shake your hand because of the color of your skin. You didn't have to go through none of that, Shane. So you cannot sit here and try to make it seem like, oh, because I hung out with black people, I can speak on behalf of black people. That's the problem with this whole thing. Madagascar.
Wrong with that.
Listen, there's a way you go about it. Now, I already explained that, yeah, allegedly would help, but also, too, being able to question certain things that, well, let me see if this sounds right. Because, again,
listen to what he's
as far
saying.
as the federal case against Diddy, there's nothing mentioned about children. Now, if you're reading the lawsuit that says something, no, that's with Tony Busby. That's not the federal case. That's the Tony Busby.
Well, Busby, I had Busby on the show, so that's why.
Y'all doing all of this, finding people on Discord. Y'all ain't find me on Discord. I got a Discord. Y'all ain't finding me on Discord. I would like to be found on. You leaning on God ain't got discouraging other people. Like if
Bring in the aerials and they bring in.
Well, he researched her before.
so, Jaguar try to act all mad today.
Okay.
You just
And
got
he
doing
probably-
it after me.
See, listen.
Yep. Oh.
So now they falling out behind, Sean Atwood and that little skit.
He said it
So
out of
now
his mouth.
they making it seem like, so now Jaguar and them, this brings us to the current events, right? So now Jaguar and them are trying to act mad about Shane going over there and doing that, and so on and so forth. So Maggie's holding a 6-hour to 24-hour live about how she's pissed off, and the black in her is so mad about this. And black, blackity black, I'm blackity black. Now she wants to be so pro-black. Ron's over there live, right? So Ron's over there that he wanted to present on Maggie's panel, right? Yeah, show that picture. I wanted you to show that picture. That's my son. That's my brother's son right there. And blah 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 blah. Like, damn, this is terrible that you still got him gang. They say take a picture and he throw up a gang sign, not cheese. Your shirts, your so yeah. So y'all see, we've been pointing all of this out since January, right? We've been exposing all of this. Hold on, let me take this off for y'all to see, because TikTok needs to see. I don't know if they. I don't know. I'm gonna take this off. Yeah, take this off. Flip the camera real quick. All right. So as y'all can see, we've been exposing this over there, right? We've been exposing all of this over there. It wasn't nothing new to us. We was pointing this out, and we're live on YouTube right now for if you're on TikTok, whatever. It's not what it is. You got it right there. You just proved these YouTubers think I'm playing with them. Watch when they see me in this Pooh Shiesty mask when I step on the screen with this Pooh Shiesty. Watch. I'm going to go get the most crispy grime mold sweater, and I'm going to put this Pooh Shiesty on. Can y'all see me? Because I want y'all to see me. Get your ass out of here, Ronnie Slow.
Then they will have a real reason to lock me up. Right now, the things that I did that seem questionable, it may seem like you get me locked up. Trust me, I'm not no dumb nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I'm doing. I set mouse traps for these rats. I intentionally set the mouse traps for the rats. You know what I mean? Like, when you see, I come from the trenches, so it was really real mice and rats running around.
You was dumb.
The homes that I grew up.
Listen to what he say. This how you know he dumb. I'm gonna just skip that part because he told my mama had to show me how to get these rats and wah. She would put a trap out. Look at her hands. You see how he tried to show his hands?
And frame and targeted or frame. So I did that some time ago and did like a part 2, included you in it because I was kind of in general vaguely talking about your situation. Then I went more specific, and now everybody can see. That's what's going on, man. It's a campaign, and I've seen it with Jag. They've been doing this to Jag for forever. Now they moved on over to you, and it's sad. You do got these YouTubers who are sending out letters to people, and then they even created. I think they created a fake email saying that it was you, and we'll chop it up. In fact,
they talking about Shane Atwood and them. He's talking about Shane and the stuff that Shane and them doing. So now they gonna let Ronnie Bo know the stuff that Shane and Atwood and them doing. So for the next couple of days, it's gonna be like Jaguar Wright and her crew is going to be outing Shane Atwood and them and all of the emails and back end stuff. Remember, I told you everything is a paper trail. Everything has a paper trail. Remember, I told you they're all linked through emails and stuff, right? So now the technician, Wolf Cushy is feeling a little bit in his pants. His crotch done got hot. He still suffers from erectile dysfunction, but his crotch is a little bit hot right now. So now Wolf Cushy, he got to do the misdirection thing. So now he gonna be like, oh, Shane and them's been sending out emails saying that they're such and such doing this, doing that, playing this whole game with the YouTube algorithm. So now they're gonna try to throw all of that. All of that is gonna get put on Shane. And even Sean Atwoods might also try to be like, we had one of our technicians or one of our producers that was playing da 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 da. So he's going to take the fall for it. So they all going like just, Jaguar Wright probably say, look, man, I gave up enough of mine already. I don't got no more people to give up. All my players is done. So then Shane, like, I'll take one for the team. I'll put the heat on me. I'll go take one. And now they're going to play that narrative. Watch. It's all bullshit. That's why I say the world is one big stage. It's all bullshit.
Get with your attorney person about that, because I got a copy of that email, and I'm like, they're really going out of their way to frame up a certain conversation surrounding your name. Saying you're doing a scam, and it's like they are that desperate. And this is, like I said, I see what Jaguar was saying. They're that desperate. They will put out stuff to try to make it seem like you're doing something nefarious, you're doing something illegal, and then bro, I already know you ain't even gotta tell me, man. And like I said, I peep your strategy, so keep doing what you're doing, man. We're actually back here doing the same thing, man. Just strategize, because in all honesty, it's and the reason why you get aggressive is to serve people. You know what I'm saying? You
What's up with
legal papers, but that's what time it is, and it's real. Like I said, it's just sad that we're at this state right now to where people are not really looking for the truth. They're just looking for salaciousness, and
see, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. They're trying to curve the narrative, create the narrative, push the narrative.
They're building their own. They're digging their own graves. In the end, I already know everything's gonna come out. Yeah.
Now look, he got to why your ass is going to jail, and here you are on Magic. All right, now we know that how that went, but let's jump into Maggie and Shane's response, how they deflect.
He compared racism to what?
To being fat.
Wait.
Yes. That was in the first 5 minutes, Ron. That is the first 5 minutes. There's 45 minutes of this.
Okay, so listen. Let's not instantly judge.
Look at him.
Okay, what was the narrative of the comparison?
The narrative was that as a fat white man, he lived as much discrimination as, people who live racism and people.
Shut up.
Look at him. Look at him trying to act like he. You see how he's trying to act like he understands it? Like, you see how he's trying to play it off like he gets it? Like, you see how he's trying to be like, I get it. No. You are the same person that made jokes about hurry up back before we hit you with these revelations. I don't want you to have a hot saucer pan full of water in your hand before we hit you. Hold on, somebody at the back door. Yo, your mic is on mute. Spilling your tea to me. Yo, can you hear me? Your mic is on mute. You gotta unmute. I'm about to remove you. This person don't know they in. They don't know they up. And this is how they play in the. That was how they were playing in the StreamYard. Remember that? How they kept coming up in your StreamYard, so on and so forth. I told you, like, this is the games that repeatedly get played over here in this sector, and they're still doing it to this day. Right? And then they make content, so on and so forth. They pick another person, intervene in that person's life, so on and so forth. Like, this is weird shit. put you in the back. Universal oneness. I know my job. We don't need no your mind is messed up. Control. So he's gotta, but remember, he said he didn't know what was going on. He came in like now. There go that third person talk.
Over and over and over.
Oh, I'm gonna trust me, everyone. One takes all this stuff very seriously.
You saying that? We have to get Jaguar into the conversation. Hold on. This is not fake news. You saying that's organized.
I'm glad that you're here, Ron.
Yeah.
Because no one can speak for Sean and no one can speak for his platform. But if anyone has the right to speak on behalf of the platform, it would be the most important co-host and kick-ass panelist and not the booker.
Yeah. See, for me, we don't get involved in this stuff because
You see. I want y'all to think about it. At this time, he is the most this and the most that, and so on and so forth, right? But didn't they fall out after this? Didn't they fall out over, him switching his pay and da 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 da? And mind you, you see all these people, they always show their little plaque, their accolades, their YouTube plaques from their numbers and achievements and shit. They always show this stuff, right? It's just funny. It's just funny, right? And how they go about their, rhetoric, the repeatedness. This is repetitive, right? It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Yeah. See how they playing in our face? Oh, if anyone can speak on behalf of Sean, it's Ron. You're the co-host. Da, 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 da. Look at the setup. Look at the setup. This is how you create chaos. This is how you create vision. Is this live now? This is old, but they still might be live. I don't know. I thought they ended it. They might have ended it. I don't know.
it's nonsense. It's toxicity that spreads. It's part of an agenda.
Look,
And it's click farming. And we don't pay any attention to it.
how you don't pay any attention to it if your producer is the one doing it? Your producer is doing it. Your producer is creating it. Y'all doing the madness. Y'all doing the monster dance. You know what I mean? They doing the monster. Caused all of that. Why was they so cool? That's an evil voice.
I think more importantly,
Look, this is why they always bring the baby out to try to show that they're look. Why are you holding the baby up like that? Look, who rocks a baby like that? Come on.
And I think
look at this shit.
People start being accountable for all the things that they do and the ripple effects that they create. Because the truth is, we finally just gotten to the point where we started.
That baby is not trying to hear her. Look at him. Look at. How about this one? Around Christmas time. Huh? How about this situation around Christmas time? Huh? You see, got this baby right here, right? Right? And then you got Ronnie Bo doing the same fuck shit. Look, why you hold that baby up like that? My. Do you remember when we had them clues, when we pointed them out to you? Do you remember when we told the truth, when we said that they was doing all this fuck shit, they were moving and grooving, we wasn't losing, we were telling the truth all the time. Do you remember? That's something wrong with you. In the back of my mind. And her, we are all powerful white women. When did Maggie come on the scene? Crispy and clean. Where you at, Maggie? Don't hide now. In a world full of fiends. We are in a world full of fiends. I promise you.
Listen, we're not going to talk about any of that tonight, Jack.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
A smart black woman who is acknowledged as only white on the Atwood channel.
Listen.
Bring down trolls.
Listen.
And a diplomacy lesson. This woman is amazing.
She is 100%. 100%. So, Maggie, welcome. We've been asking everyone as they come in. Beverly, I will get to you. Just
Hello. I am very blessed to be coming at the same.
Terry, what's going on? How's everything? Hope all is well. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutation. Salam. Peace. Happy New Year. This is the first time we talked in the New Year. Hope all is well. We're doing spiritual retreats out at the house in South Carolina. Got crystals and stuff for sale, so on and so forth. But right now we exposing Jaguar Wright because we got to start pointing out these demons and these low vibrational entities. I'm tired of them playing in our face. And from here on out, I'm pointing out all low vibrational entities.
Same time as Beverly, it is destiny.
Listen to this.
absolutely. Well, Maggie, look, thank
Listen
you for
to
being
Maggie.
here. Tell us, are you ready for Christmas? Have you got any traditions? Or
We are all powerful.
anything? Hit us up with
This
your-
is why they thought that they can
We
play.
do what we call, just have a normal Christmas day, right? Where you're not like Jag, and she's like, well, basically, I go out and I purge. I do the purge. on Christmas.
Look, see, playing in her face, ain't giving her no credit for being good or nothing. Sitting there like, oh yeah, Jag goes out and purge. She's just out there taking people out. That's what she does. Like they don't want to see you for good. That's why they say stuff like that. So they've been playing in Jaguar face for a long time, and Jaguar act like she didn't want to see it.
Right.
No, I am super boring on Christmas.
She stole.
I
She's
go to
doing
my mom's
fraudulent
house again
schemes.
from
She's
the
running a
first
criminal
door.
organization.
Open all
She's
our
doing a
gifts
lot.
all together, and then on the 25th we're eating like a big dinner all together. So super boring. Tradition.
Why'd you open your gifts at midnight? Is it like is that when the oxygen runs out?
Look,
Yeah.
why you open your gift at midnight? Is that when the oxygen runs out? What are you talking about? That's a tradition to open up one gift after midnight. That's a tradition. These things that you see you see the stuff that he says. Is that when the oxygen run out? What is that? Is that some sort of Holocaust or what type of joke was that? Y'all got to be listening to these people. These people are evil. These people don't got no good. They listen to the shit that they laugh about.
Yes. Maybe that's when we turn into a pumpkin. I don't know.
No, so me and Dan have our little quirky tradition. So traditionally, if Dan's not pregnant, obviously, right, we'll like have a little party on Christmas Eve, and we'll open all our presents, and then that leaves me free to just cook. Because man, any excuse. See, what I love about American culture is that cook-off culture. That
America's got a cook-off culture. You hear this shit? The cook-off culture. America's cook-off culture. If y'all want to see what's happening, you got to go over to Energy of Atlas or Ralph the Wise. That's Ralph D.A. Wise on YouTube, or Energy of Atlas 111 on YouTube. We are also on Energy of Atlas on Twitch, and we are on Atlas of Order on TikTok. So we are covering this on multiple platforms. Listen, you got to listen to the insensitive. You got to listen to the jokes. Listen to the they literally, this is why they thought it was okay to play in the faces, right? Look at the panel. You see who's on the panel right here. Shane, right? Tommy and his twin, two evil looking people, right? Look at all the people that's on the panel. And then you got Jaguar, Madagascar, and Ronnie Bo. This is why they thought they can play in the lives of these people, is because look at what you did. Look at how much you praised them on the Christmas special. Look at how much Beverly, oh my goodness, Beverly, you're just a god. You're just, you know everything, remote viewing. Oh, you're just so magical. You're the witch that nobody ever wanted to mess with. And, and then all of these other people are playing gods over these, like they're playing, and now they're mad because the game's up, right? They done showed their hands, they done played in the face. Now they want to act like they're enraged about it. Man, look at this. We've been pointing this out since way back then. Think about that. I want you guys to think about that. This is why I said, listen, we can't get stuck in this energy. Remember back in January, I was like, hey, listen, we can't get stuck in this energy, right? So I said that, and y'all make sure y'all get over and join the Discord. Make sure y'all join the Discord. We're going to start having like Thursday movie nights. We're going to watch the movies that are, relative to what's going on and how to point out the clues and stuff in the movies. We might go back to some old movies, maybe Blade trilogy, maybe Underworld, maybe, Twilight. I don't know. We might, just shift around on some movies and start pointing out certain things that they, but we're gonna start doing Thursday night movies in the Discord. But listen, pay attention. I want y'all to pay attention to everything, because we've been pointing it out in real time. We was pointing it out back then. Nobody really wanted to pay attention to it. We even said back in January, we was like, look, in March, y'all gonna be shocked at the indictments that come out. It's not gonna be the indictments that you think gonna come out, so on and so forth. Y'all remember us saying that back in January? He's like, it's not gonna be the indictments that you think. If y'all are waiting for a Beyonce indictment, Jay-Z indictment, anything like that, it's not gonna be none of that. We said that back in January. You know what I'm saying? We said everything that y'all think is gonna happen is not gonna happen how y'all think. Y'all just hyping shit up. And everything happened according to exactly how we said it was going to happen. I mean, give or take. But it was all there. And we been said it. But, here we are. Here we are. That's why I say we just got to look back. That's why I said we just got to look back at everything. That's all. We ain't even got to, like, oh, we got to do another live about this. No, we don't. All we got to do is just take a little look at the past. That's it. But shit was all.
But that Maddie chick, she's pander and cater and be on and that for no rest.
And so he has a restraining order. A niece, his ex.
Direction. Jaguar Wright has been running the month. And remember, these are the OG. This is OG Patrice and what's the one? She comes up anonymous now, but was Chloe, Cleo, whatever her name is. Yeah, this is them coming up on the panel back then in January, right? So you remember how they were trying to, oh, you're pointing out so much, so on and so forth, right? And then they pop up over there and they rooting for Maggie now and this, that, and the third. And then this was repetitive. Like, this was bullshit how they played. And this was all like some weird ass, I don't even know what to call it, because I don't think we came over here to do that. We didn't come over here to do that. So we didn't care for it. You know what I mean? We told them to continue operating how they wanted to operate and so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
Like your Lunels and stuff like that. We were supposed to get people like that as
outrageous stuff. Like,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
no, oh Dusty, oh my. And there's a bunch of people getting lined up right now that's about to start speaking against her and telling the truth about her lies. Be singers until that girl Beverly, that old lady Beverly, her whole family. Go read the book called The Horse Girl or The Horse Lady, The Horse Woman, or whatever it's called. Her whole family runs a pedophilia ring. Whole family. These are sick people. And birds of a feather flock together. Let's go back. Let's go back and listen to him say it again. I want to hear him say it again because he said it. He said that shit with no problem. Like, well, they're having sex with him, so maybe not. What? Okay.
So many questions about abusing kids or spousal abuse. None of that has to do with color.
Yeah, but are they really abusing kids?
Well, I mean, they're having sex with them, so maybe not. But I mean, they're at least having.
No, but are they even doing that? I feel like we're putting it in the context like these men and
They having sex with them, so maybe.
Every black CC's panel because she is crazy.
I seen you put that in the comment section. I overlooked it, and here's why I overlooked it. Right.
See it, and when I feel it, it's
sometimes when you go through trauma, it's
hard to hear other people.
So you see, we had all of these people pop up on the panel already, and you know, create different narratives, topics, so on and so forth. Whether it was deflection, whether it was to stay in the back area for a certain amount of time, whatever it was, these people already tried their variations of influential manipulating, right? And my thing was, if you guys really wanted to get to the truth, why haven't y'all revealed it yet? How did y'all get trapped in this YouTube algorithm where it is repetitive and y'all been doing it for how many years now? How many years have they been doing this? Ain't uncovered nothing. This is the worst Scooby-Doo mystery I ever, stumbled across. They have not revealed nothing yet. Huh? Somebody make it make sense. They just over here just and I let me tell my story. And I helped her since 99 and like mother, like what the come on, give Scooby-Doo a Scooby snack, go get Uncle Scrappy and get to the bottom of this shit. Call Rocky Bullwinkle, you know what I'm saying? Speedy Gonzalez. Shit, get that baby with the duty diapers and shit. You know what I'm saying? They get all of them.
She just stopped hurting. First of all, she ain't hurt me.
Fuck it, go to the future and get George Jetson and them and figure this shit out, because they seem to be stuck. See, we put it all out there back in January, right? I don't want to. They don't get no real juice over here like that. This is weird anyway. But even if we go back to this live, hold on, because we were. All I can say is, yeah. Get Speedy. Arriba, andale. You know what I'm saying? Get Speedy out this mother, because this is weird. You know what I'm saying? This is weird.
Does its roll, the heart's doing what it's told. Sit back and just you listen. When love comes, it's on a mission. With your mind, you get choice. Can't ignore your inner voice. You know that sweet gut feeling, all that it's been revealing. You already know we're good to go. Ain't nobody gonna steal the show. Your heart's led to me, tethered to me. Right to me. Your heart's led to me. So what they talking about? They don't know. It's love. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They look at us with their bad mind. It don't matter. We're fine, baby. We're good. We're tight. But they love to start a fight. We don't care what they do. We're good to go. Just us two. Over there, so remiss. Mad cause we got love like this. They already know we're good to go. So nobody gonna steal the show. Your heart's led to me. Your heart's led to me. Tethered to me. Platinum cord right to me. Your heart's led to me. So what they talking about? They don't know. It's love. They always smart, and we listen to our heart. It never tear us apart. We've been tied from the start. Your heart's led to me, said right to me. You're right to me. Platinum cord to me, right to me. Your heart's led to me, baby. So what they talking about? They don't know. Your heart's led to me, tethered to me, platinum cord right to me. Your heart's led to me. What they on about? It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know.
See, I want y'all to really think about everything that happened, you know, the things that we pointed out already. Listen, it wasn't too much more we could do, you know, after we pointed out everything, it wasn't too much more we could do after that, you know. We told the truth in it all back then. We stood in it, you know. We allowed them to create their false narratives. We allowed them to paint their false pictures, and we kept on pushing. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't for us. You know what I mean? We walked and moved in what we were supposed to move in. They didn't want to gather around the knowledge and the wisdom that we were putting out there. Remember, we were trying to do classes, you know, about, you know, what was going on in the minds of the multitude and put the knowledge out there in order to help people get out of their chakra systems and clean up their chakra systems there, because you got to do your own shadow work. You can't let somebody else do your shadow work for you, right? So we were trying to explain that to people for free, right? See, people got mad at me way back in like 2021, and they were like, man, you should sell these classes. You should, you know, so on and so forth. I said no, because then it'd be trapped in that, you know, money, you know, monetizational system. We've been said that we wanted to put the knowledge out there and allow those who wanted to gather to it to gather to it. You know what I mean? That's what we wanted to do. But see, in order to do that, we also had to point out those low vibrational beings that was manipulating the system. So we set out to show a level of pointing out those low vibrational beings that is manipulating the system, right? Now, of course, by doing so, that put a target on us, right? Hold on, I gotta reset. Right? So we were trying to allow people to come to their own, you know, form of recollection with everything that was going on, because we knew things were changing. We knew that a shift was taking place. So we were just saying like, okay, everybody has to, you know, want this on their own accord. That's having the willpower for it, right? We didn't want to mansplain or whatever they want to call it, right? Because there was a lot of, you know, variations of things where people were like, oh, you're mansplaining stuff. You know what I mean? So we didn't want that. We didn't want those different variations of stories to be out there. You know what I mean? We didn't want those different variations of stories to be out there. So we pointed things out, you know. I thought we did a great job at pointing things out, right? The problem was certain people knew what they were listening for, while other people was still in the midst of things, right? Certain people knew, like, yo, he's talking about this, that, we can't let him talk about that. Remember, we had people coming that was pretending to be like scientists. Oh, he's talking about chromosomes and how we got more than 23 chromosomes, and we supposed to be operating on 36 chromosomes, and our DNA is changing, and we're actually supposed to be operating on 144 chromosomes. And I'm a scientist, and scientist knows that he's crazy. And you remember that shit? Y'all don't remember that? Huh? I know y'all remember that. Don't act like y'all don't remember that. I remember that. Huh? I remember all the knowledge and stuff we was trying to put out there, and they were just trying to deflect, trying to do this, trying to do that. Why? Why do you think they were doing that? When we was talking about frequencies and how everything is on a frequency, and if you vibrate to that frequency, you're going to be stuck in that frequency. And some people are already comfortable in that low vibrational frequency, and that's why they vibrate the way they vibrate. But if you're not comfortable in it, then you should probably get out of it, and so on and so forth. I remember saying stuff like that, right? And then all of a sudden, they started trying to pull us into that said low vibration, right? Huh?
You didn't encourage that girl
deceased husband
to troll herself to death.
See, I need y'all to open y'all eyes. There's no way y'all got short-term memory. There's no way everybody on YouTube got short-term memory. What do you mean, did somebody hit my channel?
Records.
Ali Carter. He don't want it with me.
What makes you think I want to try to make Ali do one?
Boom. Right there. Another admission that she was involved with Legina Gold.
They're going to want to team up with you to go against me, and then when it doesn't go their way, they're going to turn on you just like they did Adrian Lamisha.
All threats.
Honestly, taking a shot at me is probably the dumbest thing you could do. Probably. It's only going to draw negative attention. I have no intention of paying any of this any mind. Do you know how hot the thumbnails and the algorithm will get with a beef between Jaguar Wright and Ali Carter? That's nothing but that's viral gold.
She thinking about the
Chat
thumbnail.
if you think a beef between me and Ali Carter could make YouTube a lot of money.
And then
Put a 2 in the chat if you think no one would be interested.
And then after they put the ones
We
in the
got
chat,
1,600 people here.
then after they put the ones in the chat, all of a sudden she started beefing with Ali Carter.
I'm sorry, what was that? Yeah. What's this? Are you getting this for taping it? Crying out loud earlier this year. I helped buy a family a car, didn't I?
Lies.
Yep.
Lies.
Stuff. Go ahead, girl. Some new stuff coming there too. But a beef jaginator now. Meanwhile, Diddy's losing his mind. He's been made an offer by authorities. Oh, the content creators would love it. Since they're all out of content, they ain't got none. They got to invent some. Just like they tried to invent that Cash App fraudulent business on Ronnie Bowe to try to make him look like he was doing something illegal so that he could be rearrested and taken to jail for violating his parole.
Boom. Protecting another Cash App scheme. So you heard her mention the wire fraud with Shaquita Berry, right? You hear her mention the Cash App scheme with Ronnie Bo, right? This is all her telling on herself. I don't have to do nothing about Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright tells on herself. Y'all want to hear more? Y'all want to hear her tell on herself more? Huh? Because that's all she do is tell on herself. I can click on a random video and I guarantee she telling on herself. You can just go to her page and click on a random video. And I guarantee she telling on herself. Guaranteed. That's all she do is tell on herself.
Thumbnail. The computer problem with is that one of his former mods who went by me that actually gives. Hear that?
Everybody that's around you is going to get hit with the truth.
He the only black man, only boy.
Hold on, let me find the part.
Times.
Chasing a
First, 22nd? 22nd of the 2025, year of our Lord.
Shit, man, I think about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Look how many people, you're the professional around, bro. Look how many people you have seen feel either related to.
No, this ain't it. This ain't the one. Dude, this is what narcissistic.email.com. This is one of the accounts that she used to strike my channel, right? Look at the name. Jaguar Wright Effect is live. Essie Berry the troll exposed live call, right? This is one of the false accounts that she used right here. Natalie Nunn, CEO @gmail.com. That's one of Jaguar Wright's false accounts, emails that she used to strike people page. Jaguar Wright is the only person I know on YouTube that makes fake accounts of her and then trolls around on her fake accounts. There's nothing like that in his Discord because Murph Live.
Like looking at them like that, you must suffer now with me. Thank you.
Maggie, okay, so let's clear up a couple of things because I did catch a couple of comments and saying like, did you talk to them behind the scenes? Maybe you need to talk to them one-on-one. Maggie and I both had a conversation with Murph together.
Yep.
And the conversation was that, you know, he knows he sent me the thing. I sent it to Maggie. I didn't open it when he first sent it to me. But when I did, you know, get wind of something, I put it and looked at it myself, did my research myself. I talked to Maggie. We talked to him on a group chat and he asked about it. And I said, yeah, I saw it. I finally looked at it. And he was like, well, what did you think? And I said, I think there are discrepancies.
Bonnie, what's going on with you?
And then he said, what discrepancies? There are no discrepancies. And I wasn't going back and forth. After that, Maggie and him had the rest of the conversation. Maggie told him, yes, there are discrepancies. And Maggie went into the things that were,
TikTok, y'all make sure y'all go over to Ralph the Wise
I
on
just
YouTube.
refuse
Ralph
to have the conversation anymore. I don't.
YouTube.
Okay, whatever.
Drop a sub.
All right.
Over
So yes, he was approached behind
three,
the scenes to
we
be
on
able
3
to
platforms
say,
right now.
you know, the truth to us as a friend and be, you know, upfront with us. He decided that he was going to double down and that's what it was. So, so when he sent Maggie that message saying that he was going to get off YouTube, I was like, oh, okay, fine, whatever. But then when he ended up on her live, I was like, I thought she was leaving YouTube. But here you are, not only in the chat, but up on the panel again. And it started to irk me because you're a pathological liar at this point, because you're doubling down on something that we clearly know is not true. So you claim that on yours, it was different. There was no number. Oh no, there are numbers on everyone from that university.
So I want y'all to think about that. if Stephanie is sitting there calling him a pathological liar, why would y'all believe that something of that magnitude is in my Discord if it came from a pathological liar? That goes to show you that Wolf Coochie too is a pathological liar, right? That goes to show you that their whole circle is falling apart. They lying about so much around that Ada situation. They know that the shit is crumbling. They know Bonnie ain't asked about no fucking $5,000. Bonnie called her a liar because she didn't show up to the meeting. That's what took place. Murph was the one who went to Bonnie and said, "Are you sure Ada's not scamming you?" So once again, Murph set it up. Y'all won't do nothing like that.
Because we've seen all you do is Google, put it in Google, and it bring up a whole bunch of other people's diplomas and what they look like.
Exactly.
Guess Murph got to take the fall for all of it, right?
Just freaking stop.
And
you see, back then everybody was trying to make it seem like, no, we're the group that keeps on growing, and we, and da 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 da, and my. Things changed quick, didn't it? Huh? Everybody had a little shift take place, didn't they? Huh? It was a shift that took place everywhere. Huh? And when you're looking back at it, you're like, damn. I mean, we said it back then that their group was falling apart. We said it back then that this was happening. We said it back then, and everybody tried to make it seem like, get out of here. He is wrong. He is not. When we said Maggie was going to take Jag's place and so on and so forth, everybody said, no. It can't be, right? When we said, Jaguar and Wolf Coochie's relationship was fraudulent and they were just online couple, just like Murph and Magic. When we said it all back then, y'all said, no, ain't no way. He's crazy. He's talking out of his, I remember because we ducked and dodged all types of, storylines at that time. We were like, man, we were just putting the truth out there, exposing the truth, but we ducked and dodged all types of storylines that they try to put on us. I remember, I can't say I remember, but I can't say I remember like it was yesterday because it was a whole year ago. Think about that. It was almost a year. We were almost a year to the day, like, because it was like December something when I first came over to YouTube, right? So we coming up on our anniversary, you know what I mean? Like, dang, should we do something for this December, like for our 1 year anniversary of this? You know what I mean? Because they tried to, look, we done ran through some high numbers, you know what I mean? Look, Sherelle World came over, all these other big players came over, Perry, like we went through their whole group. Everything that they tried failed, all the way to, Danny. It all failed. We come in 1 year. In 1 year. We should have like a party or something. We should. I don't know. Maybe we should do it on New Year's or something, but we should have a party. Like one big review party, you think? Like that's what you're saying? Like have an all-day review party of the year, like everything that took place within the year. Oh yeah, then we gotta. Oh yeah, we'll do like a 12, like a little recap of like this what happened in January, this what happened in February, this what happened in March, this is what happened, like a calendar type thing, like a little video snippet of what happened. Oh, maybe we could turn it into a cartoon type thing, like a January cartoon, February cartoon, all the way up into like That would be fun. That's a project. We would all have to work on that though, for like, cause I got listen, man. They shit put me back behind so bad. I mean, listen, Trevor Green probably gonna watch this shit and put it out in fucking November or something. I mean, we still gonna put ours out, but still, Trevor Green probably gonna watch this shit and put it out in November. Fuck y'all, be. Um. Anyway, however we look at this, like we overcame a lot of their little obstacles, man. I mean, yeah, you know, our numbers fluctuated, yeah, however you want to look at it, but we still like, you know what I mean, overcame a lot of their little obstacles, a lot of their bullshit. And we still here, you know. We still here. We took our breaks. We know how to disappear. We know how to step away because we want to prove that their operation is the same operation. You know, sociopaths do sociopathic stuff and they're not going to stop because we're creatures of habit. You know, I know my habit is spirituality. You know what I mean? I know I'm addicted to spirituality. No matter how far I drift into this carnal world, I always, you know, get back to that spiritual path, that knowledge, that wisdom, that wanting to put the truth out there, wanting to make connections with people. I know, like I could step away and they can push me back into that whole, you know, you got to worry about this and worry about that in your household, blah, blah, blah. I don't listen. I'm going to build that spiritual collective. And yeah, you know, you're going to have to be strong in it when you step into this atlas because you see they are attacking anybody that's involved, anybody around this atlas, they're going to attack. So you got to be strong if you want to be up under this atlas. Are we not there yet to where as though, you know, we can, you know, say, hey, whatever, right? We still building that collective. And you can see as we build that collective, they also attack that collective. Look at what they did to the previous Discord. Yes, I, you know, removed the people, you know, I kept the Discord because the proof is there, right? But I also realized that they already, you know, infiltrated it with numerous numbers from, you know, the Not Network or whatever the freak he called his group. You know what I mean? But we knew that. We kept on trying to tell people in there, like, yo, be strong. They're going to attack the Discord. Why? Because everything, all the accomplishments that we were making, we said, we're going to put on y'all. I said that. I said, look, sister wives, I'm saying that y'all did all of this, right? And y'all laughed about it, so on and so forth. But they was listening. They was listening attentively. You know what I'm saying? They was listening. Well, who is it, right? And as you can see, there's a lot of people who was there. That's not. You can see they're not in the chat. They're not around anymore. You know, they're working with. I see them. You know, in other groups. I see them. You know, over on TikTok, building pages on TikTok, sitting on panels on TikTok, right? You know, I was like, dang. So a lot of people did take the advice that we were given, right? A lot of people took the advice. They just they're not giving us credit for it. They want and sit at the groups that they sit at. And some of them are in like, you know, those black people only panels, so on and so forth. So I could see why a lot of the support, you know, faded away because y'all try to paint a narrative. You know, you got people like Danny Robinson out there saying that I'm going around stealing black people's lands. You know, that's defamation of character to the highest, you know, level. You know what I mean? But here we are. We're still here, right? And you can't change our level of operation, right? While they're still doing their whatever it is that they do, they're not being activists. They're not really being activists. You can't falsely paint narratives about people's lives and say that that was activists at work. No, that's bull crap. That's bull crap. And y'all gonna know that's bull crap by the time this year is out.
Isn't that the fault that he didn't? Because I called him on WhatsApp. I called him and I did all of this, but here he is. He had to come when I was back.
Right, of course, because you know this is part of the
I guess, of what the purpose was, right? All at the end, to be able to be seen. It's not about what the truth is. It's about people recognizing you and being seen. And I don't play those games. This is why I told somebody today, I said, I am not Maggie. I do not do, I don't care. I have a conversation. That's what
Right there. She said, just to give y'all a synopsis, she said that Murph also sent these pictures to her on WhatsApp. So he sent the pictures of his kids to Wolf Coochie. He sent the pictures of his kids to Wig. He sent the pictures of his kids to Maggie. So all of them got half-naked pictures of Murph's kids in their WhatsApp. So he just started passing out all of this information to them fraudulently because it wasn't in our Discord. So that means they made up something about the Discord because Murph didn't like the fact that his teeth is posted in our Discord and all of his truth is posted in our Discord. Well, Murph, you see what happens? Everything backfiring on you. Everything backfiring on you, Murph. How you like them apples? Well, of course, you can't eat apples because your teeth is in the UK, Ralph. I do is on TikTok. I literally got a member where they both tried to say this was in my Discord, right? And this how you know I live rent-free. Sick asses. Y'all sick. You gonna say that looks like my member. And this how you know I live rent-free in their head. Even on date night, Jaguar Wright thinking about me. Trying to swallow me up.
What does it look like?
Trying to swallow me up. Jaguar Wright trying to swallow me up.
Ralph's member.
Look how fast he swallowed me up.
Eat. You eat Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph.
Swallowed me up. Look at that shit. Sick asses. Y'all sick. You gonna say that looks like my member and then gobble it up. You sick mother. Ooh. Man, it's been an eventful year, hasn't it? Huh? It's been eventful to say the least.
That is crazy.
And that was just, y'all might have forgot about that. Y'all might have forgot about it.
He sung her a song and everything. He sung her a song and everything.
Oh man. You think he was like flirting, sliding on Magic?
Remember Murph was really butthurt about this song that we sung to Magic. Like we wrote this shit ourselves or something. I didn't know my voice really like disturbed them like that. You know what I mean? That I sung this song, right? But now that I'm like out in public and I be singing like randomly and shit like that, and a lot of people be like, man, you have a nice voice, so on and so forth. Now I can see why like my voice disturbed him so bad. You know what I mean? Someone who goes around bars singing and stuff like that, I can see why it disturbed him that I was just, you know, but it really bothered them. Listen to how, look, both of them, Wolf Coochie and Murph was both disturbed that Maggie was smitten by listen how they talk about this, like two people that's like, you know how you got them high school that got the crush on the same girl and then somebody else come and sweep them off their feet. Man, he stole our girl, man. One of us was supposed to have her. Like that's how these two is having this conversation. Listen.
Well,
listen to them. So they both
his whole mouth is doing like 5 years in prison because his teeth is so damn crooked.
Lame ass jokes.
He sung her a song and everything. He sung her a song and everything.
Look,
Oh man.
He is hurt that I sung Maggie that song.
He has, I think he has.
All of this took place because when Maggie came over here, we put on that "You Don't Have to Worth It" song. This is what he's still mad about. Murph is still mad. So Murph know exactly what's going on in our Discord.
The fuck you educating?
But yeah. What are you gonna educate us on? What? How to floss with fucking rope? With them big ass caps in his fucking teeth? God. Man, he's gonna educate. Yeah. I don't know. Educate what?
Now, let me ask y'all, with that being two grown-ass men sitting here talking about another man's looks, the stuff back up in the Discord, right here. This is where the stuff was up about Murph. Let me see. Let me make sure. Okay. Boom. Right here. The stuff was up about Murph about here, right? Somebody put this up about Murph. And then when I started looking into Murph was about here, okay? This is when I started posting stuff about Murph, right? This person I started posting stuff about Murph right here, right? Boom, right? Then we stopped posting stuff. Let me see if I started posting stuff down here. Okay, this is when I put everything back up. 219. 219 is when I put videos back up, right? These. All right, so that was February. These are the videos that I put back up. Where do you see corn at? Where? These are the only videos that I put back up. The 219 was the same, like the day after that one conversation that you haven't been in your kid's life since 2017. That's what I'm showing in my Discord. That according to all of this, you've been outside of your kid's life since.
You could have just sent the link. Maybe you didn't think about all of that, but it's not.
You can't send a link unless you're a moderator.
I gave him his two front teeth.
Look,
this is the lies that they said about the Discord. Y'all remember all the lies that they said about the Discord, that you got to have a moderator send the link and all of that weird stuff. Like, this is what I was talking about. And y'all watch how it played out. Y'all watch what happened with these situations. Y'all watch what happened. We don't got to speak on what happened with nobody's situation. Just know that the Bible says, do not touch my anointing. I didn't make this up.
How are you today? I just tapped in. I just seen you live.
About to summon me.
I
Y'all
know
can't summon me.
what you're talking about, and I seen him up here, and I just want to know.
Getting exposed for the fraudulent shit that he is. He like, oh, let's throw this on him too. And they was all back. Y'all see how she tried to make us come up to the panel like, oh, how are you? I seen that Ralph the Wise was up here, and I just want to come up and say how. You don't need to say nothing to me. You need to worry about why your breast sag. Oh my God. What do me knowing you got to do with anything?
I'm sick. You want Ralph the Wise to come back?
Y'all should come up.
Ralph, can you come back?
Y'all should come up talking about something. I need Ralph to come back up. For what? Y'all know where my page at. Get out the bushes. Get out the bushes. Stop trying to make me come over to Maggie page to come up. Come on out the bushes and y'all come up over here. You want to address something that I said.
How are you today? I just tapped in. I just seen you live.
About to summon me.
I
Y'all
know
can't summon
what
me.
you're talking about, and I seen him up here, and I just want to know. Do he know me?
Look, what the fuck I know? What do I know you got to do with anything? What do me knowing you got to do with anything? If nobody can say nothing about nobody because they know them, why the fuck is y'all speaking so much about Jay-Z, P. Diddy, everything else? Do y'all know them? Do y'all know them? Do y'all see how the same rules don't apply to them? They get the right to talk about everybody, but only the people that knows them can talk about them. You see how asinine and redundant they sound? Y'all sit there and talk about Jay-Z, J-Lo, all these other content creators, all types of shit. But if somebody says something about y'all, it's, do y'all know me? I don't need to
Well,
talk to
like
you.
I said, I didn't even know it was in my chat.
I don't
So
make it
I
my
was
business
surprised when
going
he
out
appeared
looking
on my
for
backstage.
prostitutes. That's not you tell me that's going to benefit.
Like, just admit that
Yeah,
you.
we pointed out so much, man. Look, we can go back and watch like any video. Look, we can go back and look at, any video, watch. Go back. Which one? This was March, February, January 25th. All these videos right here. We could just go back and watch them. This one, you can go back and watch it. We could literally have our own watch party for the shenanigans and stuff. It's say limited. He's a sucker.
And when you see weirdos like this that come over here and drop little comments and stuff, this lets you know that the kid is sitting back and watching.
Look.
You want to know.
Yeah. What on? You remember King?
Every content creator that participated, that lined me up, set me up, she exposed my family address in the shorts. She talked about the subconscious of it. When I said to her that you are a manipulator, she said, if I would have known that you had an issue with you, I knew what it was. Even when her first-hand man got my car towed because I didn't want to take her to Louisiana. And I'll tell you why. I had a dream that she was lining me up to take my life. That's why I did not take her to Louisiana. That lady is dark. I experienced the energy with her one day that I was sitting out back, and I felt something in my veins pulling on me. And I came in, and her eyes was bloodshot red. She said, why won't you submit to me? Why would I submit to anybody like you? And I was just caught up in a situation because now, my ex, you have been compromised. I told you, but because of what we went through, you didn't trust me. So, that's how the enemy gets in. When there's a breakdown in your home or in your relationship and you haven't healed and you haven't truly forgiven that person, the enemy can come in. And that's what she did. And then my picture got circulated and just a whole lot. But when she says she trafficked, she does. All of them, even down to Legina, she was trafficked. A lot of people think of trafficking always just being sexual, but it's not. We got to look at things in the spirit. So when someone thinks that you're vulnerable and you weak, they can defeat you. But like I told her then, and like I told her partner in crime, see, I don't want to name drop because I don't want to compromise your platform. But I said, when I survived that dival storm and I had to learn how to walk, how to talk again, I went to therapy. Nobody can take my mind from me. And on this day, Jaguar Wright, I know that you are listening. We declare judgment and justice against you and no neck. Odell, you were on my page talking about
we on
don't you
y'all
have no teeth?
neck.
Everybody knows I got dentures. But let me tell you, I'm still Mike Tyson and I'll bite the shit out that loopy ear of yours.
Fact. Jaguar, what type of disgusting? He actually gonna tell some, you know what I mean? Because right here he's saying, I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm not gonna do no lies about you. I'm not go so on and so forth. But Goomba did tell me to keep my foot on her neck. So I am gonna do that, Goomba. I'm gonna keep my foot on her neck. right? And he say, I'm gonna go together, I'm gonna get myself together and move the way the most high guides me to. I know we had that heated argument when I said the $1,000,000. I was joking with you because I know we never had that. I can't do these things that brings negative light to me or to the works of the most high has for me. I'm going to repent for my sins and I'm going to pray that the Most High has mercy on my soul and forgive me for what I witnessed during the relationship. All I can do now is pray for you and Sam. Listen to that shit. That man said he hoped the Most High forgive him. And here's your certificate of marriage right here. And we've been pointed out that they were still married, right? Everybody wanted to say that, they're not. Da, 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 da. Go and file the paperwork himself. Blah, 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 blah. And we've been pointed out that they were still married, right? Listen, this is way back in January. We pointed out all of this stuff. Huh? How far do you want me to fucking dig? I promise you, y'all not gonna like me after this shit. I promise you, y'all not gonna like me after this shit. You woke up the wrong fucking monster. Delving. Fuck y'all. Thing. Are we gonna find out why? Big homie CC. I know. And what did we do? What did we do, guys? Huh? What did we do? We said this back in January, and what did we do? Huh? We cooked. We cooked. Let's keep listening.
That's your backup dancer. The nigga, the backup dancer in your video. You know I'm about to expose that. So we're gonna have the video uploaded and everything. Oh man. Look. I just wanted to be known, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He did a lot. You feel me? I talked to my dog. Mm-hmm. He hears my dog, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And don't excuse the goofy shit. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You do, big boy. And don't excuse the goofy shit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? For those of your people, you're going to stand on what's happening. He did a lot on it. So, and then, you know what I'm saying? But then he talking about he wanted to sue me, he wanted to sue Wax. Oh, yeah. And it's just like, bro, how you talking about like some street stuff? You think it's funny. But yeah, no. Because, look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put it out there. That's my dog, right? You feel me? All things aside, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't picking sides, but it's just if the nigga do some goofy shit, he did some goofy shit. He straight told me, fuck him, fuck you, and that, you know what I'm saying? It's just up. So it's just like boom, and then you said, you feel me? You go into the motherfucking police. The studio is gonna be, you feel me? So that's why I had called you recently because I was like, but is he trying? Was he trying to get me arrested? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like them niggas in the press. Like where Cubs at?
Be able to fool, and the problem out here stuck. Like I said, man, y'all might be able to fool these other people with these characters, but y'all can't fool me. Y'all can't fool me with these characters, these shapeshifters, y'all can't fool me with that shit. I refuse to be fooled by y'all fuckery. This dude, big hungry CC, snorting shit in his mama's house. Y'all think that he's supposed to be the face and fighting for what's right? Fuck no. Y'all know he not the face. Y'all know he not fighting for what's right.
Anything else you want to talk about, Jag? It seemed like it's something there with you and Jay-Z, but you don't want to open.
Ah, y'all don't remember. Man, y'all don't remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I want to hear. Huh? You looking for it?
Because anything I gotta tell you is only gonna make you mad.
All right, let me hear it. Let's go.
I know exactly how Presley feels. I know exactly how long it.
See what I'm saying? Y'all know we've been exposing that shit. Y'all can't say we haven't. You know, I'm probably gonna just go over to, TikTok and play the game for a little bit. Nah, I could stream Call of Duty over here on YouTube and no. Yeah, I could probably stream Call of Duty on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, we've been pointing this out, so y'all know what it is, man. Hey, love is love. Namaste, Ashe, salutations, shalom, peace. If nobody told you that they love you, let me be the first but not the last to say that I love you. Remember, one's image of oneself should be greater than reality.
There's so much we need to know. As above and so below. Add up 1 + 1, get 3. Inside you a galaxy, hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, 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 I'm hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, 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 hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, 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 I'm hanging with Mr. Wise. Now I know the law of one. Power in the sun. We're made up of liquid gold. Wise will make your mind unfold. Hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, 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 I'm hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, 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 hanging with Mr. Wise. Oh, 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 I'm hanging with Mr. Wise. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, wa, do, 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 do. Yeah. I ride with my brothers, yeah. Cause when I win, they win. That's love. In the storm, I ride with my brothers. I ride. Cause when I win, they win. That's love. When I win, they win. That's love. When I win, they win. That's love. I ain't never tripping on shit. That's us. I ain't never tripping on shit. That's us. My brothers, we moving together, we moving as one. All of my brothers, we moving together, we moving as one. All of my brothers, we moving together, we moving.